Hello guys and welcome to The Witcher 3. I've been playing this game of late, obsessively.
What do you want?
I haven't played it since release, and it's
Witch.
still a fun game to go back to if you haven't done that yet, or even if you haven't played it in the first place.
Come in then.
For those who haven't played it, it's probably one of the biggest games out there. I think it's bigger than Skyrim. It has more to do, that's for sure. A lot more quest lines, a lot more contracts, dungeons. I don't know, but Skyrim probably has more dungeons, but pretty lackluster once you get through them all. So anyways, this game's more of a mature rating. It has nudity, it has violence, torture, you know, all the good things that you want in life. I just want to go over some major points to make this game really well done.
You're done jesting, Marigold.
And the major point is,
Put her in a cell.
not many games these days, your choices don't really have many actions into the game sequence. Like in Final Fantasy 15, your choices don't actually mean anything. Absolutely nothing. You can do whatever you want, you can say all the bullshit, but the story will remain the same. This game is not like that. If you make the wrong choices, your partners will die. If you make the right choices, well, they might live. They don't all live. But I think this game has 3 endings at least. I'm not really sure. Probably more. So obviously there's good and bad endings. People die that you don't want them to die. You get multiple lovers in the game. You have to kinda, if you screw around with all of them, none of them will like you and they'll abandon you. It's kind of funny. So you have to make sure you don't screw around too much. You can't be a whore. This is one of the examples of a scene where you have to make the right choices to get different results. You have to get certain information on an individual and get some information on a bank or a theft that happened recently. If you ask for both, you'll probably get screwed over and get none, but you might be able to pull one or the other off. Meanwhile, he's torturing one of your friends, and that's playing in the background. That's why on the bottom of each choice you have screw this, we can get out of here and start fighting. But you don't want to do that. You have to get your information in order to achieve your goal. So you have to kind of withstand the torture here. It's a pretty fun scene. One thing the game is missing is it's missing character creation or any sort of customization. You can do minor customization. I mean, you have the standard armor looks all different and such. You can wear elegant clothing. You can't like put stats on one gear onto another while keeping the look though. Not that I know of. There might be a way. I may be missing something, but as far as I know, there's not. You can cut your hair. You can get different shaves. I don't think you can change your hair color now. But yeah, it's lacking customization. But I don't really care for customization myself. Most others probably don't either. It's not that important, as long as you have a little bit of it.
Come on, come closer.
So the combat system is pretty simple.
Who do I spy?
Quick attacks, large attacks.
Will you stop following me already?
Dodges, you know, pretty simple.
Soon as you tell me
This is
where
another one of my
treasure
favorite
is.
scenes. This guy's probably one of my favorite characters.
Didn't see eye to eye.
He's a spy and he just has that look to him that he's a troll.
I suppose that
And I find him
explains the
one of my favorites because of that.
treasure's not in there, is it? Burning with the witch hunters.
No, your gold's in a
There
bank.
are tons of characters in this game, and depending on who you side with, might have influences on the others.
A medal if I was in a position to bestow it.
So if you want to help out this guy, you might end up harming Triss here because she's also part of that kind of group. Look at this torture scene. Electricity on the balls.
I can take this.
Of course you can, but I'm just getting started.
Not gonna react, but let it
must be
go
thinking this
a bit
can't
further.
possibly
So, gonna
Interesting. Not many games have torture sequences.
talk? You play Gwent?
Do you really
But
have
the best part
no
about the game is
one to
obviously
play with?
that the game
It's nice
is
to play someone new.
gameception.
Fine, beggars can't be choosers after
If a
all.
card game is at a
I'll
game,
play
this
you,
game is actually
and
pretty fun.
even stake one-
It's called Gwent. They actually made a new release of Gwent recently on a separate game platform based on only playing this card game. I haven't tried it myself, but I'm kind of interested in it. Rules are simple. The one who wins the most rounds wins. You have to put the cards down, and the most power wins the round. So you see it's 15-15, starting down 19. All cards have different effects. Sometimes you want to forfeit a round because they put so much power on the field, it's not going to be worth it. They're not going to win the X2. So you have 6 cards to 2. There's no way you can possibly win at this point. So we're going to easily get a victory out of
I'd
this.
so hoped for victory.
Playing it how you will.
Alas, so be it. You've
That's a
won
little
cards
quick
fair and square.
Gwent session. It plays a major part in some storylines. Well, it has its own little storyline to play the Gwent Masters, and there's several other storylines like that, like the brawl matches, going around being the best brawler without weapons, fists only.
Whatever he saw just before he died gave him quite a scare.
So yeah, little game inside a game. It was actually really good.
Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns.
Here we have a
Related to
standard
this.
contract. Your Witcher, your goal is to hunt monsters. That's your
Pale
base
skin, but no blood
like,
loss.
platform as
This
being
is
a
no
Witcher.
vampire.
Hunt monsters for coin.
Expected to see 4 bodies.
So you can pick up contracts, you do some Batman-esque searching
Someone
around the
fled
area,
blindly in a
trying to
panic.
determine where your enemy is and where they are. You follow tracks like so. Investigate corpses to see what's
Ghouls dragged
killing
body
the people.
downstairs, but it wasn't their kill.
Here
Skin's
we find out
unnaturally
it's a
pale,
Noon Wraith,
cracked.
and you have to set up your battles
Signs point to
accordingly.
a Noon
If you're
Wraith.
fighting a monster
He's
that's so
avoiding
much
me.
stronger than you,
But I
you're
found
gonna have
something
trouble
that
if you
belongs
don't
to her.
plan accordingly.
She'll
So we have
to
Noon
show
Wraith,
them.
so we have to figure out exactly how to kill it.
Lucy's parents couldn't bear to
But first
see
we
it.
have to finish the
Bury it neatly.
quest line in order
They
to
left it in my care.
get the monster out of his
I wanna
keep.
send her away, but
They're all
I've gotta
different for
bring
the
her
different
close,
monsters.
lure
In
her
this
first.
case,
I
we need
an
something
object that
personal
belonged
to the
her.
Noon Wraith so that she'll come out and try to pick it up.
Take it. But
That'll lure her into the fight so we
lose
can
it. promise me.
kill her from
She
there.
shouldn't suffer no more.
So we sacrifice the dagger onto the fire, lure the Noon Wraith. Let me tell you, they look beautiful in this game. 10 out of 10 would smash.
Let's dance.
So yeah, we have the Noon Wraith, so we have to plan accordingly to this fight. So we're gonna go into figure out what her weakness is. I believe it's Spectra Oil. I'm not 100% sure, so we have to double check. So we're gonna go into the bestiary, and we're gonna look at the all these different enemy types that we have. There's probably over 100, and we're gonna figure out the weakness of the Noon Wraith. So we have Moon Dust, Spectra Oil, and Yarden Magic. So we're gonna plan accordingly and put the Spectra Oil on our sword. 40 charges. That'll do extra damage, and we have to use our Yarden Magic to basically be able to attack her. As you can see, when she's entered the circle, she's attackable. When she's not, her defense is vastly superior, and you can't really kill her like that. You will get damage once you go inside her. It's kind of... You have to use Yarden on these guys. And there's tons of enemies that you have to plan accordingly, or else you'll just get destroyed. You can't just go in swinging. You will not win. Especially when I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. You die in 2 to 3 swipes half the time. So once you do finish, you get all this loot. You get a relic sword. Those are uncommon, but they're really powerful, depending on their levels. So once you finish the fight, you get your contract, you get your coin and your XP. Standard Witcher contracts.
Problem solved. You can go back to your fields.
So if you haven't played The Witcher,
Thank you.
I suggest you do.
Your coin.
I'm pretty sure you can find it
May
cheap these
fortune
days,
smile
probably
upon you.
$30. It's well worth it. A casual playthrough will be over 100 hours. Well, if you go the main storyline, only probably 60 hours. If you try to do the majority of everything, well over 100 hours. Lots of content, lots of different conquests and storylines. Greetings, Witcher! And the characters are kind of funny, how they interact with you. So that'll be all for now. There might be more Witcher videos. I'm playing it quite a bit. Might make some memes out of it. There's some funny glitches I've encountered too. I might combine those as well. So look forward to that. And to all, have a nice day.